the Nikon 1.8 135mm Plena goodness. Rock and roll. What's good, guys? All right, here's a lens I can really talk about because I shoot portraits. This is what I do. This is what I do every day under the harshest conditions, the simplest conditions. I've shot many subjects. I've shot many portraits, so I can talk about this. The 135 Nikon Plena lens, the 1.8S, beautiful for a lot of applications. The number one thing on my list for the Plena, portraits. Video too. Portrait photography with this lens, it looks marvelous, right? The 135. But before I get into the exciting lens, quick update, quick reminder. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific time, that's 9 p.m. Eastern time, Vahagraphy Talk live. Special guest Amar from 247 Media Group. We're going live, guys. We're going live prime time tomorrow, Wednesday, 6 p.m. I invite everybody to join us. Come in. I want to see everyone there in the comment section, and let's have a good time. There's a lot to be discussed in this live stream. It's going to be a good talk. So the Nikon 135 1.8 S Plena lens. What do I think so far? Let me talk to you guys about who this lens is for first, because I get this question asked all the time. Should I buy this lens? I already have X, Y, and Z in my lineup. Do I need, this 135? For me, I think the 85mm is a superb portrait focal length. The 85 1.2 or 1.8, whichever lens that you own, or maybe even the 1.4G at this point. The 1.4D. Nikon has a really good history on amazing 85mm lenses. I've owned them all. I love them all. Shooting portraits with the 135, here's one thing. It's going to be a really tight shot, okay? So you would need to back up a little bit. I really love shooting portraits with a 7200 as well. That's my go-to for standard portrait session because I love the versatility of a zoom lens. I can really get the job done shooting 7200. The 85 is the standard focal range for my portraits. So where does the 135 come in? You're going to spend $2,500 on this lens. And by the way, the build quality of the Plena is outstanding. Buddy of mine, Z Photo, opened this thing up yesterday.
Welcome, photographers of all ages, types, and levels of experience. I'm Z-Wade, the Z-Wade, and Z-Wade Photo. And the contents of this box are long awaited.
Hey guys, check out Z Photo. The guy is great photography. He actually goes out and shoots, shows a lot of work, talented guy. Funny guy.
We're just going to check this out for the first time, but I encourage you to subscribe to the channel because literally the next time you see this, I'm going to have a ton of images. Because believe me, 135 f1.8, that is right up my alley being a portrait guy.
Check out his website, check out his YouTube channel, Z Photo. You're going to get incredible results with the 135. It's sharp and it's got super uber blur. Subject isolation on the Plena just looks amazing. Know this, that you are going to be tight. So if you're shooting in like a tight room, some of you wedding photographers, you know what I'm talking about. When you go to shoot bridal pictures, when she's getting ready, you don't have that much space in the room. So that's not the ideal lens for a bridal session or a boudoir session. However, if you're out in the park, you can use this 135 for portraits. If you have the 85 already, and if you have a 7200 Z lens, the 135 is a lens to get if you want that lens, and if you want to go in between that 85 200mm range, you want something right in the middle, I would go ahead and go for this lens. And if you have some extra cash laying around, $2,500, I know it's a little bit of a steep price tag, but it's worth it. I think it's priced right. I think the Plena 135 is priced perfectly fine. Quality that you get, it's got 11 aperture blades, so you're going to get, even wide open, you're going to get that perfectly circular bokeh balls. Okay, hold on. Can we celebrate the 135 Plena? Seriously? Let's go. Maestro, hit the music. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Хотела, песню заводила,
Yeah. Konstantin Kochkin, you like this lens? Yeah, baby. Yeah. Nikon, you hit it out of the park. Bam. All right. I really celebrate once I purchased this masterful lens. Build quality is awesome. Now, Plena, what is that? Plena, it's plentiful. What is that? What's all that about? I think it's purely marketing from Nikon. The way I describe the Plena lens is basically an 85-1.2 kind of a lens at a 135mm focal length. Basically, it's similar lens, similar results, equally as awesome. It looks beautiful, gives it this special badge, special name, and it's fine. I don't have any issues with them with the little cute handwriting there. It's cool. Adds a little touch. I don't know why Nikon got rid of the little display, both on the 85-1.2 and this. I kind of like that little display. Honestly, it didn't do anything for me as far as the technical side of when I'm out there shooting. But it was kind of like a special touch, like I can say, hey, check this out, guys. People, clients, other photographers would get amazed when I would switch on the switch and it said Nikkor, and I'd actually show off the dial and the little aperture value would, change. A little cool touch to it. I guess Nikon felt that it was a little extra expense and it wasn't really needed. But I like it. Why did they get rid of it? I think they should bring that back. It definitely brings value to the aesthetics of this lenses, honestly. It looks cool. It is cool. And I like it. Personally, hey, it has nothing to do with photography. It just has something to do with the special touch. For video shooters, you're going to have a beautiful lens. If you're doing clips on a monopod, even handheld, you bust up the VR, you switch the VR on the Z9, you shoot video, B-roll, environmental shots, talking head videos. You're going to get a beautiful bokeh when you're doing video, cinematography shots, the background blurred out, the bokeh balls in the back, the foreground. You can really add some special effect to your scene with the 135 Plena. So for me, if you want to get this lens, if you have some extra cash laying around, $2,500, and you want to kind of like fill in your lineup, and you are a portrait shooter, you are a videographer that does clips, that shoots these specialty kind of shots, this lens will do the trick. It's a 1.8, so you're getting plenty fast. It's plenty fast. As a wedding and portrait photographer, I love this lens. I love the idea of having a 135 1.8 lens. Now, in the future, what this means for moving forward as far as the 200 f2 goes, I'm expecting this 200 1.8 or f2 in the future to really be a special. If you think this Plena is Plena awesome, wait until you see the 200 f2Z. I mean, that thing's going to blow minds. And imagine if they come out with the 1.8 200. I mean, oh, wow. And if they could do something with the weight just a little bit, 75% lighter than the original 200 millimeter f2 lens, that'll really, really hit a grand slam out of the park, home run, Yankee Stadium. You got 3 men on base, fully loaded, bam. Nikon 200 1.8, please. And try to price it a little less than $5,000, please. $39.99.95, just like the what were we talking about last couple days ago? The 600 millimeter 6.3. I'm so glad I'm off this 600mm topic. Seriously, I'm not a wildlife photographer, and it's so good to talk about something that I actually do and actually know a little bit about, which is portraits. I'm not a birder, so but photography is photography. However, I'm much more comfortable talking about something that I would actually use day in and day out. So anyway, guys, that's it. Plena is awesome. Get it if you have the money, if you want a 135 focal length range. Now, one last thing. I guess this lens was an homage to the amazing C lens, that 135 30 years ago. And Nikon really did a phenomenal job on bringing this lens back in modern terms. So good job, rock and roll. Let's celebrate this lens, guys. All right, let's celebrate. YouTube community, I'm talking everybody. Guys that actually don't even, guys that shoot, guys that don't shoot, everybody. Let's celebrate this lens. Okay, YouTube community, Nikon community, the Nikon diehards out there. Nikon does need a cinema line. I'll tell you guys once again, Nikon needs the younger crowd. Okay? We got a lot of the older generation Nikon users. We got some of the middle generation, but we need that younger cinema line crowd to join in and to really know about what Nikon is doing with mirrorless and video. So we need that cinema line. Nikon don't sleep on video. Like I said, 135 Plena is Plena for video. It's amazing for video. Now, Nikon, if you need some crazy guy to market your video cinema line, man, you know what kind of video I could produce? Give me that camera. You know what kind of mini clips I can make for the new cinema line? The cinema line. I know a few celebrities in Hollywood too. I can get people involved. I live in Hollywood, guys. I can get these guys involved. They're not working right now, so they need something to do. The actors and stuff. So, all right, time to celebrate. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Live stream on my channel, Vahagraphy. Let's go, baby. Music once more time for the 135 Plena. Yeah. You go, Con. Give me a high five. Right there. Rock and roll.
На высокий берег на крутой